Hey guys, I think we can wait a few more minutes. All right, I think we can kick it off. So, hello everyone, welcome to FOCIL Breakout 29. First off, FOCIL has specified for Pagoda. Thank you everyone who has been working on and supporting FOCIL. In response to that, I've revised FOCIL spec on GLOAS and then promoted it to HESI. Here I was referring to CL spec, execution specs, and engine APIs are still outdated. Um, but I don't expect any meaningful changes there, to be honest. I'm still discussing with spec maintainers on how to go about that rebasing. Let me quickly share the link to the HESI spec. Yeah, here's the spec. And the gist of the spec change is, so let's say if we are in slot N and when we receive a beacon block or near the attestation deadline for slot N, we call get head, right? And if there was a payload for slot N minus one, we get to decide whether to extend the payload or not. Um, so in a PBS, we rework a payload when half of PTC vote against it. The beacon block for slot N was timely, and it chose to rework the payload for slot N minus one. In here, FOSSL add a new condition that if the payload was not IL compliant, we just reorg it. So with this condition, when a payload was not IL compliant, a testers don't vote for it and a proposer doesn't extend it. And yeah, I think that's the main change of the fossil spec. So yep, that's it. That's for the spec update. Do we have any questions or any other updates? All right, I think we don't have any questions. Um, do we have any development updates?
Not a real update, but on Besu, we are starting this week the necessary activities for integrating FOCIL into Besu.
Nice. Will it gonna be on top of Amsterdam or Osaka?
It on top of Amsterdam, yes, because we are already many EAP for Amsterdam that are our main, so we usually try to keep all the new feature on main as quickly as possible. And so it should be on top of that.
Nice, nice. Hmm. Okay, so yeah, it's really good to hear it. And I think the next step forward ahead of us would be besides the spec updates, I think it will be spec tests so that we can provide test vectors for clients. So yeah, if we can have um, basic prototype on top of Amsterdam, then I think it will really come in handy when we test FOCIL. So yeah, really good to hear it. Okay, if we don't have any other updates, then we can go ahead and wrap up this call. By the way, Nico, we have ePBS implementation on Bluestar. Do you think is it gonna make sense to implement FOSSIL on top of it, or is it still premature?
Right now, it's not yet possible because we have not yet merged everything into our unstable. That's on the ePBS DevNet 0. So I think we need to clean that up first a bit and get it more reviewed and cleaned up. And then we can rebase our fossil branch against that because it's based on unstable branch right now, not the ePBS DevNet.
I see.
But yeah, maybe 2 weeks or something. Maybe we can try to rebase it on Cloas.
Do we wait for like field depthness or like depthness zero be fine to rebase FOSSIL?
Yeah, I think the DevNet Zero scope should cover everything for fossil. I don't think anything we add in later. Ah, wait, maybe not. It doesn't cover the PTC, so we don't want to implement that in DevNet Zero. So maybe DevNet 1.
Mm, I see. So yeah, still like it's not far out. So it will be, I don't know, few weeks or 1 or 2 months.
Yeah, I think at least from our side, we would like to have something before the interop. Um, I think that's doable.
Mm, sounds great. Okay. Um, thanks for sharing the updates. If we don't have any other updates, then we can um, wrap this call early. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great rest of your day and see you guys in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Oh,
Bye.
yeah, Pelle did share something on the chat. I sorry, didn't see it. Uh, maybe you wanna share something, Pelle?
Yeah, I can talk for a quick second. These two charts are just what I've seen so far using the block native data, which has been a lot easier to work with. But basically, the overview is with the top fee IL building, we're looking at about 85% for the 0 slot delay, so the current implementation. And then we moving to the 2 slot delay, it changes by about the same amount as I was talking last week. Let me just pull it up. Um, yeah, you're going from 84% of the transactions in the inclusion list are included in the next block already. And then with the delays, it gets up to 85. So not too much of a difference there. And I found some more issues with this. So this is just a sneak peek, but just wanted to show this off as well. And then actual censored inclusion lists are also about the same as the Exatal data I shared last time, but the inclusion rates are a lot higher with this block native data. So I'm assuming, so I have some more testing to do, but we're looking at about 95% of transactions included in these inclusion lists with the top fee building structure um, are essentially a waste of bandwidth. But yeah.
Hmm. Okay, great. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Nice. So I think the idea would be Sorry, I haven't read your document fully, but I guess the plan is to update the script to get more precise data.
Yeah, there was an issue with the config, and just due to the volume of all the data, it's taken my laptop a couple of days to process. So it's kind of just waiting on that, really.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for sharing. All right. I think we can really go ahead and wrap up this call. All right. Thank you, guys. See you in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye bye.